Watch the entire video, my lovely viewers, I mean from start to finish, to get the whole thing. Without wasting much of your time, let's get right into it. Hi lovely viewers, it's me again, your one and only Mutati Mpundu. Welcome to my YouTube channel. If this is your first time on my channel, kindly subscribe to my YouTube channel by hitting the red subscribe button down below and turn the bell icon to join the notification squad. Don't forget to like, share and leave a comment. Tell me what you think about this video in the comment section below. I'll be super glad to hear from you lovely viewers.
Audience, those watching us by social media or any other platform, we are here at Ridgeway Police Post. We are alarmed to two cases where two young people have been detained for suspected social media offences. You are aware that the Cyber Security and Cyber Crimes Act is really being used to stifle freedom of expression, to stifle people from expressing themselves. The two cases regard one young man who posted something, supporting Edgar Lungu's case on ECO eligibility case. That day, the previous night, when the was supposed to come up before court, he posted something on social media that have attracted the attention of the police, and they are claiming that the young man was inciting the public by his voice notes. We have another case of a professional young man who's really been under subject of harassment from Chirundu. They always accuse him of being an administrator of a certain site. He's also been brought here. We haven't sought authority from their lawyers to name them yet, but we can tell you that we are here and we express concern. First, the way they are being picked. The other young man was picked from Kawambwa. His parents, one of his parents is unwell, and rushed to Kawambwa to go and see the parent, and he was fished out from Kawambwa, and he doesn't understand how the police knew that he was in Kawambwa. Probably they are tracking his calls, they were tracking probably using TikTok, and maybe the civil society activist and human rights activist Reprimand, who's with me here, will speak to that. Again, the other young man from Chirundu picked up from his office. He works, confiscated his phones, and he's been brought here. We wish to express concern that the law being used. Remember, there was a repeal of criminal defamation of the president, and the country celebrated. The police have now moved to the Cyber Security and Cyber Crimes Act, which they are using to achieve the same thing they were using in criminal defamation of the president. So they've just moved to the Cyber Security and Cyber Crimes Act. This is an act that was enacted in 2021, and President Hakainde Hichilema made it a pillar that you outlaw this law, that it was infringing on freedom of expression and human rights. But this is a law that he has weaponized. We've never seen this law being used in the manner it was used. I think even when it was enacted, and there were warnings from civil society groupings and other people didn't see the harmful sections that it has that do not necessarily fight cyber crimes or enhances cyber security at all, but it's that stifling of freedom of expression that occurs. Honorable Brebna Changala, I would like to thank you. You alerted us to these two cases. We've been here since 06. As soon as you heard that there were two young people bundled and brought here like they were terrorists, just speak to the media about the two cases.
First and foremost, I must remind the people of Zambia that the UPND administration came to power on the backbone of change. They came to power on the backbone of the restoration of the rule of law. There is a new trend that has come in to abuse state institutions against the very people that they are supposed to protect. This abuse of going for individuals who are bloggers, pick them from far-flung places like Kawambwa, where there is police there. We have police in Kawambwa, we have police in Mansa, and drive them all the way to Lusaka. Drive to Chilundu, there is a police station there. Pick up somebody, drive them to Lusaka, throw them in police cells. One of the gentlemen there is not even yet charged, and yet he has spent a night in the police cells. What is the offense? Suspected use of social media or running social media sites. Now, I want to remind this government that whatever they are doing, it must be in the best interest of its own citizens. You do not rise to power in order to pursue self-preservation as against national interests. The young men that are being targeted, these are young men who are active on social media, and yet there is a hand behind the scenes. But I want to bring it to the attention of the people of Zambia that ZICTA is being abused. Every citizen, by law, the Constitution, has a right to privacy. ZICTA is being used to track individuals who merely use a keyboard to post something, whether they call it hate speech or an insult. It must be generated in a manner that will confine with the law. The abuse of state institutions in order to settle political cause is totally unacceptable and is abuse of power. I want to remind our colleagues that the PF was removed from power for the same reasons: abuse of power and abuse of institutions. I know that this government feels unstable in the sense that it has failed to meet up the many promises that they had offered the people of Zambia that they will fix. But what have they come? They have come to fix the people that stood for them. And I know very well, these people they are harassing, they are many of those that voted for them. Little did they know that they were backing a wrong horse that will come and devour them, that will come and eat them. I ask the people of Zambia to remain alert as we are under siege. We are being followed like we are back into the UNIP days. You don't know when next you'll be visited by the state police and picked in a dramatic and unceremonious manner, traumatic way, and throw you behind bars. They have the power to lock up everybody. It's like they have just found out that they have power to lock up nearly everybody who speaks. Anybody who shows dissent, anybody who doesn't agree with them must spend a few nights in cells. That is unacceptable, and we must desist. Let the people talk. Allow the people to be free. Allow this country to progress forward, not to go back to the dark days of unity. The answer is allow the people to be free. Thank you.
The young man who was picked from Kawambwa was picked on 22nd July. So you can imagine, sorry, we have to move because there's a car pulling out. He's been detained since 22nd July. He was picked on 22nd July from Kawambwa, and he's been detained. As you can see, today is 1st August. So he's been in detention for the last 9 days without a charge, without an offense, and we only became aware of it, I think, yesterday, and it's only now that the lawyers are trying to understand what the issue is, but it relates to the voice notes that he issued in support of Edgar Lungu, and when the matter was coming up before the constitutional court, and that night the young man issued some statements encouraging people to attend the matter at court, and I don't know how that becomes inciting violence. I don't know how that becomes inciting, matters against the state. But this is the environment we are living in, where whatever you say is being criminalized and freedom of expression is being taken away. There are many cases like this, as attributed to by Honorable Brebna Changala, that we are following up. So we will be glad to give you another update later in the day. Thank you very much for joining us, and thank you for being with us. Please speak for our young people, speak for all of the state that are being picked like terrorists. In fact, the young man from Kirungu felt that he was abducted. He had to memorize the car, and he had to memorize the officers when they are speaking to each other. Literally use his memory because he felt he was abducted. He didn't know these people calling themselves police officers were police officers. They were not allowed access to his family or lawyers. It's those matters that really concern us, where in the light of abductions that are taking place, citizens are facing abduction from the state, and citizens are not even aware where they are being taken, even in the night. So we will get back to you about these matters. Thank you very much.
This is DJ Mutati exclusive.
Alright, that's all for you today, lovely viewers. If you did enjoy the video, please don't forget to leave a comment in the comment section below. Tell me what you think about the video you just watched in the comment section below. I'll be super glad to hear from you, lovely viewers. Once again, I go by the name of Mutati Mpundu. I love you, peace, I gotta go.